Hello everybody. So today is the day that I'm taking my 3.5 hour one-way trip in a company Toyota Prius. I got the keys all hooked up here, and there's a sight which I never thought I would have, which is a Prius key next to my beloved Lincoln Town Car key. Yeah, that's one for the books. And just for the record, the idea of this video is not to make a I hate Toyota Prius video, because that's not the truth. I do like it. I think it's a neat car. It has a lot of interesting features. Obviously, it's not my style of a car, but at the same time, it would be interesting to document my road trip, which, first of all, it's my first company road trip, at least working for this company. And it's the longest I've ever been in a Toyota Prius. I do have relatives who own a Toyota Prius, and I was in there for a short period of time, but in general, this is, it's not my style of a car. So going in here, I guess the first thing that I want to do is I want to remove that pesky maintenance light, and I think I remembered how to do it. So putting the car in the accessory mode and putting it on trip A, all right, so using this trip button and then turning the car off. I think you have to open the door and then close the door, and then I think what you have to do, you have to wait a second for the display to turn off, which, once again, like, does it really have to be this cryptic? Like, does it have to be like so many different steps? All right, so then the odometer must turn off. Maybe if I lock the door? No. All right, there you go. So then I'm going to be holding this button right here for a few seconds, and then I'm going to be pushing that button, and there it is. See, I had to remember how to do it, because I remember I used to do it on rental cars all the freaking time. So all right, so then the nav popped in. All right, so I'm going to be pushing my foot on the brake. As you can see, it lights up from orange to green. And now the car is ready. And I think I mentioned this before, just for the record, that flickering on the right, that's just the refresh rate of the camera and the screen. So, all right, so then the gasoline engine kicked in. There should be a way to change the display that I'm seeing. And I think, yeah, there you go. So I like this display because it kind of shows the battery level and all that good stuff. So, all right, so I got that. So here's what I'm going to do for this trip. I'm going to reset all my trip stuff. All right. So it shows I got 356 miles to empty. All right, I got 109,716. I'm going to leave it at that. Probably going to have to go get gas because I do want to start off with a full tank. All righty, so I got that. And then I'm going to program my nav and my phone, which I'm currently using to film this. And I guess we're going to be getting on our way. All right, so I got a full tank of gas. There it is. It's, again, very hard to see on this display, but you're gonna have to trust me. It's showing right now, I don't know if you can see this, that on a full tank of gas, oh yeah, that's not good. All right, well, look, anyway, on a full tank of gas, I can go 355 miles. Granted, it's not a very big tank. So this is my trip, according to this GPS, although, honestly, it did not actually have an exact match on the address. But it does show that I have 217 miles. I should get there by 11:43 a.m., which is Central Time, so I should be there probably closer to 1 o'clock. I'm not sure what these things mean. I guess I have something in the setting that says avoid ferries, but let's just stick to the highways. And yeah, well, I guess I'm just going to hit OK. Using this nav, I mean, this is a 10-year-old nav, which I'm going to be using my phone.
The route guidance will start now.
Okay, there you go.
In a quarter of a mile, right turn onto North Ashland Avenue.
It's interesting how that goes. I'm probably going to be turning off these voice things if I can figure it out. All right, I will be heading out, and I will keep filming weird things as I encounter them. So till next segment. All right, so driving on Chicago's famous Lakeshore Drive. Got some scenery opening up. The scenery is definitely beautiful. The traffic is kind of medium, so I'm going 50 right now. So again, it's very difficult to film this speedometer. Those rattles that you hear behind me, that's not the car, that's the cart that I brought with me to pick up this piece of equipment that I'm actually going to get. So this is kind of, so it's 8:47 a.m. right now on a Thursday morning in Chicago on Lakeshore Drive. The lake, well, technically there's the lake too, a piece of the lake. Not really. So that's the Lake Michigan is right out there, but you got the Chicago downtown. It's good that the traffic is kind of, medium right now. I'm still getting used to this car. I turned off this, yeah, you see, North Lakeshore Drive. I turned off the navigation because, number one, it was sending me on some different streets to get out from where I was heading. So I am actually navigating through my phone, which right now I still know where I am. I am going into state of Michigan. So it will be interesting to kind of see the world. Well, not the world, to see the Midwest. But yeah, we got good weather. So I think it's 82. I'm not sure if this car has an external thermometer. I haven't seen it. Oh, you know what? It's actually in the display. It's showing currently 73. So, but for now, I got the AC going, and I got the jiggling in the back. So I love this Skyline. The Skyline is the number one. I mean, yes, the people, the food, the lake, all that good stuff is definitely part of it, but seeing that beautiful Chicago skyline is all worth it. So far so good. Getting used to the car. So first of all, I got the full tank, got the battery there that has been recharged. I've been driving for about 15 to 20 minutes now. Driving this car so far, I think in the city it's fine. Brakes are really touchy. I know they have to be to recharge the battery, but in general, in the city, it's a little bit getting used to. It's no pound car. The pickup, it's abysmal. I do have it also in the eco mode. So using one of those buttons right there, I just set it for eco. So far so good. Man, I really wish that noise wasn't coming from my rear. But in any case, so coming up to this twisty, still going on the Lakeshore Drive. Yeah, there's the wheel. There's the wheel right there. Our famous Navy Pier. Some more high rises. All right. Oh man, this beautiful Lake Michigan right there. I don't know if you guys can see this, but trying to obviously drive and film. I wish I had a bipod or tripod or some kind of a pod. All right. So, till next time. So as soon as I turned off of, the Chicago path, Illinois, and I got on I-90 East heading into Indiana, that's it. All the high rises, all the glamour ended. And the good roads, although they are pretty good, are pretty bumpy. And that's it. Like, we got some houses here and there. We got some industrial areas. But that's it. No more fanciness. And we're only 19, let's say 20 miles from where I started. So I drove through the downtown Chicago. And that's it. So we're still in Illinois. I think we're still technically in Chicago, but yeah, it is Chicago, but yeah, it's much more simple down here. Yeah, I got some industrial stuff, and I think we'll be going into Indiana pretty soon. The good old tollway system. Here is the Chicago Skyway toll bridge. And I don't understand exactly what's happening there. It says no trucks, and it's an easy pass, and I have an easy pass, so don't really know what's going on here. This lane is closed. That lane doesn't seem to be moving to the right. It's 81 degrees already. AC works surprisingly well. So what is happening? Why can't I move? What is this person doing? All right, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'll just turn. Okay. This is weird. Maybe I should have gone there, because there seemed to be empty, but who knew? So both lanes are closed. All right, I'll have to figure out how to get out of this place. Look. So getting out of that toll booth took about 5 minutes. I went through 3 different lanes and there were cars stuck in there. I don't know if it was the gate or not. But anyway, approaching a bridge. And I think it will be in Indiana right before we know it. I always love this bridge. Oh man, I don't like the pavement. I don't like the noise. This car does have an engine from a vacuum, so accelerating is an issue. But I do love the bridge. Very nice. Very industrial. All right, and then we got expanses of road and hills and noise. There is also a rattle that's coming off of this car somewhere on the right. I don't know exactly where. But granted, this is a 10-year-old car. I'm not getting any younger either. And my Lincoln Town Car does have some rattles here and there. So there you go. Just keep on driving. So after driving for a couple hours already, being somewhere in Michigan, let's see if I can press this. So I am in Covert, Michigan. I don't know if you saw that. This is what I've been driving through for pretty much the last at least hour and a half. Fields and fields. Every once in a while there's a little town. Every once in a while there's a gas station and some sort of food establishment. But other than that, it's been pretty boring. So this is what middle America looks like, in case if somebody is out there having driven through this. A lot of road construction, a lot of, greenery, a lot of forests. Every once in a while there's a police for like a speed trap. I had once again, I don't know how well this is going to come out, but I had my cruise control set at 76. The speed limit here is 70, and I've been driving pretty much in a straight line for a long time. So, and obviously slowing down for road construction. We got bugs hitting the windshield like a machine gun. We got, pretty boring stuff. So there's a few things about this car that I'm starting to learn after a couple hours. Well, number one, it is very, very unstable at high speeds. The steering wheel, and I had it up to like 80, I think, at some point, and the highest was like 85 miles an hour. Now being at 76, it's okay. But at high speeds, like a little gust of wind throw this thing out of whack. So obviously this is no Lincoln Town Car because, the weight is significantly down. All right, we got some road construction coming up. Time to change lanes, so that's one form of entertainment. So yeah, very unstable at high speeds. Town Car is a lot more planted, a lot more heavy, a lot more substantial, and is a lot more pleasure in driving that car on the highway. Now, I haven't really spent a lot of time driving in the city, but in the city it seems fine. Now the one thing here, which once again in the city is fine, and on the highway and on long distance driving is not, are the brakes. Brakes have two features, or two options. They're either on or off. You cannot gently slow down in this car. Brake pads are fine. They've been replaced not too long ago, so brakes are working the way they are intended. But I would much rather let the gas pedal go instead of hitting the brakes. See, got some road construction here. So here, and then the gas. I'm going to use this opportunity. So I'm going 52 right now. I am flooring it. This is literally the floor. And just now, I hit 75. So I don't know how many seconds it's been, but it seems like you first get this lawnmower engine when you're accelerating on the highway. So I'm going 70 right now. I'm going to try to hit 75. Okay. So the highway acceleration is not good. That engine, I think it's a 1.5 or 1.8? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to look that up. That little engine is really struggling. In the city, it's okay. Like from the start, it does start on battery. And keep in mind, I have it at the eco mode the entire time. Well, you know, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to switch to a power mode. So now I'm in the power mode. So I'm going to try to do the 70 to 75 now in the power mode. You know, man, I can tell you that in the power mode, somehow, I don't know if it probably has to do more with the transmission than the engine. So in the power mode, acceleration is a little bit better, but it's noticeable. I mean, it's a little bit, but it's still noticeable. So, all right, I'm going to try this again. I'm going 69 right now. Yeah. Okay. So power mode is actually somehow does stuff to the transmission where, I don't know, it's a continuous variable transmission, so I don't know what it's possibly doing. Obviously, in the manual it'll tell you. But I am amazed. So let's go back to the eco mode. Yeah, okay. So yes, so it actually does stuff differently in the power mode. Now I wonder, EV mode, it's probably not going to happen. Yeah, it's telling me EV mode currently not available. Well, obviously I'm going 70 miles an hour. And it can't, the battery would deplete itself in about 30 seconds. So anyway, so another thing, so the one big complaint, and this is probably the worst thing about this car, is the gauges. Now, I don't know, once again, I'm driving, I'm focusing on the road, but I know I'm pointing at them. I am wearing these sunglasses, right? They're polarized sunglasses, like millions of people do. And without sunglasses, this display is not bright enough. Now, it flickers on your end, but it's not doing that in real time. When I put these glasses on, it actually distorts the display. So I don't know how people function with this car day to day on a sunny day. So to me, that's not bright enough. It's annoying for me that it's in the middle, not like right there. But it's definitely annoying the fact that when you're wearing sunglasses, the image that you're getting in your eyes is distorted from the real deal. And even if you're not wearing sunglasses, this is not bright enough. And trust me, I've turned that little wheel all the way up. But the thing is, when you don't have the headlights on, it's the same. So it does not adjust. It only adjusts with the headlights on when it's dark out. So yeah, this display, I don't know. I know they haven't changed it a lot, but you know, this is being a 2010. But yeah, this display is extremely annoying. I wish it had, well, first of all, I wish it was in the standard spot. But yeah, it needed to be brighter. It needed to do something with it when wearing sunglasses would not diminish your visibility of already diminished visibility display. The other thing that's kind of, the other thing that's kind of annoying besides acceleration is the view out the back. See this bar? So I have a car right behind me. So the bar that separates the tailgate is in the way. So, well, you probably know what I mean. It's annoying. Visibility in general is good. Big windows. I got the sunroof cover closed because at this point it's 81 degrees outside. And that thing on the hatch is just annoying. I don't know. It doesn't have to be that way. I wish that the upper portion of the glass was more, and then they would just close off that little bottom piece that doesn't really do anything for you. So that's also annoying. But other than that, so seats are relatively comfortable. I am surprised they are much stiffer than on a Lincoln Town Car. So you don't sink in. The leather is kind of crude. I think Town Car has nicer leather. Got my crap in the seats, so that's just bird crap. That's a bird crap reflection right there. But the seats are surprisingly are good. I was afraid they were going to be worse. And they have decent lumbar support. Wind noise is kind of high. This car does have a cheapish Corolla feel. The way it kind of behaves. The suspension is pretty stiff. I am also surprised. I thought the suspension would be much softer, befitting more of a smoother type of operator that the Prius is. But yeah, suspension, you can definitely feel all the bumps. You can hear my cart jiggling in the back. I still got probably another at least hour and a half to an hour 45 minutes of driving, and I'm kind of used to it by now. But on these smoother roads, it just bounces a little bit there. So yeah, that's my impression. So very annoying. Another annoying feature is, so the map right here, once again, don't know how well this comes out. The map is like the default display. So I turned it off because I'm navigating via my phone. But it always defaults there. So even if I press the audio to kind of for the display to stay on the radio, it will go to this screen right here. It'll stay on this screen, and it doesn't matter whether I have the radio playing or not. It's gonna stay on this display for probably a minute, and it's still gonna default back to the map. So I don't know if it's a setting or something. Don't really know, but it is annoying. Yep, you see, there you go. It just went back. Well, whatever you can see, because once again, the sun glare is killing. Actually, both of these screens are very susceptible to sun. And this display is all the way cranked up. Well, this display is there by default, so it can't really do much. Other than that, I'm having a good time operating this pretty ancient cruise control, which it's surprising to see it down there. But I know Toyota's been doing it for years, and I think the modern Toyotas, they're still having it down there. So yeah, the steering wheel leather is quite nice, but steering this car, it needs a lot of correction, especially at such high speeds. It's like above 75. So it is a trait of a lighter car.